Well, hello, it's Narelle here. I'm going to just give you a demonstration of what I've been trying to put in words in Knit Tips version number 4. You can see that I've just cut myself out a little sample here. It's not a full garment, but I just want to be able to show you the particular areas that we're working on in this particular version, which is how to sew a seam in a stretch garment. This is the mock-up of the blouse top, and you can see that I've got it marked back and front with a fabric felt pen on sellotape, and I've just got a cream thread in here because that was what's on the machine. And you can see that I've got a normal foot on the machine because I don't have a Teflon foot on this particular machine. You'll see that when I'm stitching it, it doesn't really matter on this particular fabric that it's not Teflon. Some fabrics, they handle better than others. And you can see that I've got the 3 pins across the shoulder seam here, and the pins are with the heads poking out off the edge of the fabric so that you can just easily remove them. You'll see that they're going up and down so that if you you shouldn't really do this, but if you do happen to run over a pin, it's not going to do any damage. So I'm going to put it onto the machine. We're going to do a 6mm seam allowance, which is just basically the width of your foot if you've got a standard foot on your machine. I'm going to start off by doing a couple of little anchor stitches. So we'll go forward. Just hold your thread when you're first starting off, and then just go back 1 or 2 stitches, and then remove your pin. And then when you start, just go far enough so that you can hold the fabric with your other hand at the back of the presser foot, and then you're just going to stretch it ever so gently. And that's not to stretch the fabric, it's just to ease the stitching. So if you can imagine you're stretching it, and that means that the thread is giving a little bit more of a length to the stitch than if you didn't just ease it in. So I'm just going to hold it gently front and back, and using the edge of the foot as a guide, I'm going to just stitch along with the edge on the edge of the fabric, edge of the foot on the edge of the fabric. So that's an easy way of just doing your seam allowance, holding it front and back again. Continue on until you get to the end, of course. Try and not run over your pins, remove them before you get there, and then just hold it. And when you get to the end, just a couple of back stitches. So there we are. So that's your shoulder seam done. You can see if I stretch it, it's not going to pop, and that's your test. And seam allowance on knits, because they're so narrow, they get pressed in one direction. So for your top, you're going to press it towards the back, take it to the iron and press it down, and then press it on the other side, and that's all you'll need to do. And when you put your finish on your neck and your sleeve, that will hold the seam allowance in the direction where it should be, so it's nice and flat. So there we are. That's all it is to sewing a seam on knit fabric. It's quite easy to do, but if you have any questions, certainly send me a post, and don't forget to tag me so I can see it. Okay, good luck.